Welcome to Moving Forward, sponsored by MPW Mocklink TV and Mocklink Internet, online at mpw.org. Each weekday morning, our local talk segment brings you the people who are helping move our community forward. Let's start the show.
Good morning, AM 860 and FM 95.1 KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Thanks for joining us this morning for Moving Forward. Once again, Moving Forward is brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. Experience the best value in entertainment and connectivity with Mocklink Internet and TV from MP&W. New subscribers save big on TV or internet, and even more when you take both. Learn more at mpw.org. Once again, I'm Jordan Davis, and joining us in the studio this morning, we've got a full team of softball girls here this morning. We've got their head coach and two assistant coaches, as well as pretty much it's the entire team out there, isn't it, Coach?
Yes, they're all pretty much all here.
It's the whole coach out the whole team out there. So joining me in the studio, in my studio, is Bryan Butler, the head coach, assistant coach Julie Mashek, and assistant coach Nathan Koppe. How are you guys this morning?
Doing good.
Well, we're really excited. We're really excited to have you in. We just learned you guys are heading on over to the state finals.
Yes, the state tournament in Fort Dodge.
The state tournament in Fort Dodge. All right, and where's Fort Dodge?
It's north of Ames.
North of Ames. Okay, up north of Ames. All right. So this is the big one. This is the what you've been working up to all this time, getting ready. All the practice, all the games before this has been leading up to this moment, isn't it?
Right. I mean, this is the first time that L&M has made it to the state tournament, and they've been close the last couple years. But it's pretty tough, those regional games, and we were able to push through this year and make it to the state tournament.
That's excellent. What would you say has kind of been the driving force behind it, wanting to make it here for the first time?
Well, I mean, we have a lot of quality ball players on this team, and it's the amount of work that they put in. We have a hard time practicing because the conference we're in, we play practically every night, and we also picked up some very competitive games on the weekend, and I think that prepared us for the regional games that we played, and we made it this year.
And has it been a tough haul all the way here? What was your final record?
36-6.
We were 36-6.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. That's incredible.
Me personally, I don't keep track of that stuff as well as I should.
You're focused
on the games.
Yeah, you're focused on each individual game, not about the overall. So, now what's it looking like moving from the last couple of years getting ready? You guys have been spending time practicing. I'm sure there's all sorts of stuff. What does practice look like? What does I know it's not just getting out and getting in the batting cages and other stuff like that. So what does practice look like?
We try to focus on the things in games that we identify that are weaknesses of our team, and we practice those. And last night we were fortunate enough to practice scrimmage against Benton Community.
Okay.
High school. I have a good friend that's the head coach there, and we were able to meet and put on a scrimmage, and we both worked on things that we know that we need to improve on.
Okay, so you were able to spend a little bit of time. So that scrimmage was an opportunity for you guys to go. Is that somebody that you normally play?
No, they're a 3A team.
Okay.
And actually what's kind of nice is that his son's the AD at West Branch, so we were able to meet in a central location so we didn't have to drive an hour and a half up there.
Very cool.
Nice.
What is L&M? 2A, 3A?
We're a 2A school.
We're a 2A school.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is I can never remember. What's the tier level? Is it 2A, 3A? Which one's bigger?
Well, 5A is the biggest, so
5A
Muscatine
is
is a 5A, and it's based on population of the school. And as it gets down to the smaller schools, they basically try to divide it up to keep it pretty even, and we fall in the 2A category.
Gotcha. So going up and playing against a 3A school, that's kind of a bigger roster to go
right.
up against.
And that's the one thing this year that we really focused on is playing in the big tournaments. We played in Muscatine's tournament, which a lot of 5A schools. We played Assumption, which is were the state champs last year in 3A, and we played in Oskaloosa against some very competitive teams that were ranked, and it was what we were trying to do. The only way you're going to get better is to play better teams.
Right. So you get to go and you play against those 5A and those 2 or 3 teams where there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of there's a big roster. So how do you think that's affected the players? Do you think is it a boost when they go out and they play a really good game against a team that they maybe they shouldn't have they wouldn't have beat maybe in the past or something like that?
That's exactly right. And a lot of these kids, most all of them, have played travel ball for a lot of years, and they compete against the good teams around the area. And when we get into high school, our conference is, it's kind of weaker. And so, we play games that we shut teams out quite often, and you don't really learn anything from those games. And so we need to play teams that will challenge us make us work hard, quality at-bats, see better pitching, all those things that make them better players and better ball team. And then so when we got to the regional games, we played Wapello, which is a great team. They are in our conference, and we moved on and played East Marshall, which was a very good team, and I think we were prepared for that game.
Excellent. So now you're heading into the state, I keep saying it wrong, the state conference finals.
State
tournament. State tournament.
Yep.
Goodness, why can't I say that right? So the state tournament. So you're heading into this. What's the mindset right now of the girls?
Well, we've never been there before, and what was nice is Benton has been there quite a few times, and they were the state champs in 3A 2 years ago, I believe. And so we want to have the opportunity for the girls to talk to their players and find out, it's a bigger stage, what can we expect? There's probably going to be some butterflies in your stomach and some pressure, and so we wanted to try and do what we can to alleviate that. We're going to go up and try and watch one of the 1A games earlier to try and take in the whole environment up there because, there's a lot of people. We're not used to that, having a lot of people come to our games, although in our regional final there was a ton of people there. So I think it's getting the nervousness out of the way. Mm-hmm. They're a very good team. The advice that the Benton coach gave us last night was the only thing that counts is what's between the chalk lines, and we're a good team between the chalk lines.
Excellent. Well, we've also got a couple of players here in the studio with us as well, Maddie Mashek and Rachel White. How are you this morning, ladies? Can you hear us? Oh, you can't hear us out there? Oh, shoot. Well, I guess they can't quite hear us. Hopefully Alex will be able to head out there and help us get that figured out. So Alex heading there real quick, help them get figured out why they can't quite hear us. There goes Tim walking by. Looks like he's going to try and figure it out. But what we're really hoping to see is you guys go and compete and do really well there. And we're all rooting for you because it is, like you said, your first time going. So we're excited to see something good come out of all this, all the hard work that you've put into it. Because I'm sure it wasn't easy getting to this point. I'm sure there was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears trying to get ready for this conference. Like
I was saying earlier, it's a grind for us. I mean, we play every night of the week. In the month of June, not counting Sundays, we don't play Sundays, or we try not to practice on Sundays. We had 2 nights off for practice. Otherwise, wow. Every night of the week we're playing games, and on Saturdays we're playing games.
Excellent. Well, I think we've got our technical issues figured out here, so we're going to head back into that studio. How are you this morning, ladies?
We're great.
Excellent. Well, we're glad to have you in here. Now, can you two tell us a little bit, what is, I asked your coach already what your mindset is, but can you tell me what your team mindset is?
Our team mindset is to play as a team and stay together because not one person can carry a team.
Right, it's a team effort. It's a whole. There's no I in team. So there's. I'm sure you guys have been working hard. What's been your favorite moments throughout this fight to get here?
Well, I mean, I think all of us have been playing since we were about 8 years old together. I mean, we've got these 6 juniors that have really grounded us down to winning as many games as we have, and I think just overall all of these years, it's been such a great experience altogether.
Excellent. So now, would you say that going here for the first time, are you guys excited? You nervous? How do you feel about going to the state tournament?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. We're excited and we're nervous, but I think the nerves will calm down once we get there because a lot of us have played high level ball outside of school ball for years, so we've been on national stages. We know what it kind of feels like, so once we get settled in, I think we'll be fine, but we're definitely excited and ready to have fun.
Excellent. Well, we're all rooting for you, and we're hoping that you guys have a really good turnout, especially for the crowds. I'm sure you guys have a big following from back home. So hopefully you see big crowds out there, and I hope you guys do well. Thanks for joining us this morning, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, once again, I want to remind you guys we are currently speaking with the L&M Softball Team. I've got the head coach and 2 assistant coaches, Bryan Butler, the head coach, Julie Mashek, the assistant coach, and the other assistant coach, Nathan Koppe, here in the studio this morning. This part, moving forward, is brought to you in part by Comprehensive Rehab, offering occupational care after an injury or illness for you or your family member. Thank you to Comprehensive Rehab for helping make this possible. Once again, this is Moving Forward, and we're glad to have the L&M Softball Team in here with us. Now, I've just got 1 or 2 more questions here for you, Coach. What can you kind of expect out of whatever happens this weekend or this next week? Because you guys start on Monday. Your first game's on Monday at 3.
Yes.
And you're playing against Wilton.
Correct.
You're playing against Wilton. So what's going to be, no matter what happens, what do you think is going to be the best outcome of this?
Well, if we could just go out and play tough. I mean, Wilton's a good team, obviously, because they made it to the state tournament and they had a tough path. and they won the games that they needed to win, so we need to take that in mind. We did play them earlier in the year, so we do have some information. We just need to go out and play our game. I think the team that we have is very competitive at every level, and we just need to go out there, be loose, have fun, and play the game that we know how to play.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you guys will do just that. Now, both the assistant coaches are sitting kind of far from the microphone, but I'd like to hear from both of them just kind of your aspect on this this season, and then going into the state tournament. Here, you can pull that mic right on over to you. Perfect.
I guess for me, it's been I've been coaching a lot of these girls and against a lot of these girls since they were 10. So it's been a long path. This is definitely the goal that we set in mind for the last 2 seasons at minimum. At this point, I think we're set up to make a pretty deep run up there. I think we can compete with any team in the state. Doesn't matter what class. But yeah, as of right now, we got our goal achieved. We made it to Fort Dodge. That's the primary goal.
And now everything else on top is cake.
That's just cake. Yep.
That's the frosting on the cake.
But yeah, I think I think we can compete with every team up there.
Excellent.
So I think we're going to do well. We just need to
Excellent.
get up there, have fun, play loose, like Coach said, and I think everything's going to take care of itself.
And that's the important part, is not letting the nerves get to you, right? That's not be worried about what it's going to look like when you're actually there. Just play your best, do the best that you can, and don't let because every sport is just as much a head game as it is anything else, whether it's pitching or batting or whatever. So not letting yourself get too much into your head is just as important as just getting out there and playing well.
Yep.
So, well, that's excellent. And Julie, I'd like to ask you, so you work, what is your specific role working with the girls?
A lot of times I warm them up. I usually pitch sandballs, or I pitch live to them in the cage. So I warm them up before every game. So
Excellent.
I've done that before every practice, every game. I'm the pitch girl, pretty much.
So you work with the pitchers too?
I don't work with the pitchers. Nate works with the pitchers.
Okay.
He does all the pitch calls and everything like that and does a great job. But I do, I work with all the batters pretty much and getting them ready to go before the game.
Gotcha. Because batting with softball is a lot different than batting with baseball. Now, I played baseball, but I go out and I watch the softball players. I watch the girls swing all the way through and let the bat come all the way back behind them too. That's such an interesting thing. I thought it looked painful the first time I saw them do that. But because I'm sure there is a lot of different things about between playing softball and between playing baseball. So. Would you say that your opinion be the girls are pretty excited and ready to go?
Oh, I think we're excited to go. Kind of like what Nate said, this has been something that they've wanted for a long time. We started up the group of girls have been together since they were little, and it's been really fun being able to watch them grow all the way through these years, and it's a special thing. It's really kind of neat. Everybody's come together. They played on they played together on a travel team, then we kind of went different directions, and we've come all back together. And it's been a great thing to be able to come back and gel all together and be one. And the community support has been awesome. It's so much fun to see everybody come together and be so excited about this, what's going on.
Mm-hmm. That's excellent. Now, like I said, we're rooting for you guys, and we're really excited that you guys are getting this opportunity. And it's not that you're getting this opportunity, you worked for this opportunity. So congratulations to all of you, and especially to the girls out there that have been putting their heart and soul into this. And thank you for working with them as much as you have so that they can get to this point. So thank you, coaches. It was a lot of fun talking to everybody. Now, I think the girls have something planned out there for a cheer for us. So we're going to send it on over to you in just a second. I'll give you a countdown, all right? And then you guys go ahead and do whatever you're going to do, all right? Ooh. All right. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Give us a cheer. 3, 2,
2,
1,
1.
go.
Falcons on 3. 1, 2, 3, Falcons!
Excellent. Thank you, ladies. Really appreciate having you in this morning.
I was like...
That was a whole lot of fun. Well, thank you, folks, for joining us here for Moving Forward this morning. Thank you to the coach, head coach Bryan Butler, assistant coaches Julie Mashek and Nathan Koppe. Really appreciate having you on here this morning. So, once again, this has been Moving Forward. It's brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. MockLink Internet and TV are the best value in entertainment and connectivity, and getting better with world-class fiber. Subscribe now, and you'll get fiber when it comes to your neighborhood. Learn more at mpw.com. MovingForward.org. Once again, I'm Jordan Davis. This has been Moving Forward. Thanks to the L&M Softball Girls team coming in here and talking to us about them going to the state tournament. Got to write that time, didn't I, Coach? They're heading over there. They'll be starting this Monday, July 16th. So we're excited to be hearing about all the success they'll have and all the success that they've had coming up to this point. So thanks for joining us here for Moving Forward on thevoicemuscatine.com.